So here we go, 2 videos in 2 days. That's pretty good for me. This one's going to be pretty quick because there's less to talk about here than I thought there was going to be. 3 months ago I made a video called Best Looking Aero Bike, which basically looked at some of the new aero bikes that have popped up, like the System 6 from Cannondale and the new Trek Madone. In that video I mentioned that I was looking forward to what Canyon might do with the Aeroad for 2019, convinced that they would come up with something new. Imagine my excitement the other day when I was on the Canyon website and I realised that the Aeroad had the little new symbol next to it. I obviously clicked on that eagerly to see what they'd been up to. So here's a picture of the 2018 Aeroad CFSLX Disc 9 Di2, 6,349 pounds, 7.4 kilograms. So that's the benchmark, that's where we were. I may have this completely wrong. This version of the Aeroad was introduced in 2014, so it's already quite old. And then about a month ago, this picture popped up on the internet. I think it was on Instagram I saw this, and it said fake, true or false. So I called it a fake, and it is a fake. It's basically a frame that some guy, I think it might have been some guy in Brazil or something, he bought the frame, I forget what it's called now, and he got it made up to look like a Canyon. People then thought that it was the new version of the Aeroad, but it's not. So what did I see when I clicked on the new button on the Canyon website? Let's have a little fanfare. But oh no. I realised that it's not really a new version at all. Basically what it is a new paint scheme based around the Movistar bike livery. Actually not even quite as good as that, because they've not put anything on the forks there, and we're missing a few decals at the back. When you compare 2018 and 2019 of the CFSLX Disc 9, same price, basically the same bike, other than the new 2019 is 300 grams lighter, so that's not insignificant. I don't know where they've lost that weight, whether it's the componentry, but it does all look very similar. So there we go. No real change, just a paint job. So that is a little bit disappointing. The other thing of note is there is 2 other versions with this paint scheme, this being the next one, and this is the SL Disc 8 Di2. Comparing these two, we've got over £2,000 more expensive for the 9.0 over the 8, which of course will have to do with the Dura Ace on the 9.0 and the Ultegra on the 8.0. However, I've got to be honest, if I'd spent 6,349 on this bike, I wouldn't want my mate riding around on a bike that looked exactly the same, to a normal person anyway, that was £2 cheaper. I mean, it's a bit heavier, quite a bit heavier, half a kilo heavier. To all intents and purposes, people are just going to think it's the same bike. I'd want something that made it stand out that I'd spent that extra money. Just my opinion. Likewise, you can also get cheaper again the SL 8.0 Di2 rim brake version, which basically is Ultegra as well, except with rim brakes. But again, it looks exactly the same. So if you buy the rim brake version, it's £2,500 cheaper than the Disc 9.0 version. And yes, the SLX has a slightly different layout, so if you happen to be a Tour de France rider, it's going to be better. But for another £2,500, I'll let you decide on that one. So overall, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping to see something quite radical from Canyon for 2019 Aeroad. It's not to be. We're going to have to wait another year maybe, or who knows, we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, perhaps they could have offered some more colours than just the blue in the faded version. Maybe a slightly pink one, or even a red one. Or even a green one. What about an orange one? Anyway, there we go. I've tried to hide my disappointment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel.